Hey, Cade, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Andy.
So we are just going to discuss how you got into the Email Figma plugin. But before we get into that, I'd love a little bit of background on yourself, your current company, and kind of the challenges you faced before you started using our Figma plugin.
Yeah, so I'm Cade Huskinson. I'm the marketing manager at Holbrook Pickleball. Before we started using the Email Love plugin, we were building all of our emails natively in the drag and drop feature of Klaviyo. And it was just cumbersome. The workflow was clunky for us. It took a lot more time to kick out an email from ideation to completion. And so we needed a tool that could just make it easier. We couldn't dial in the branding and the aesthetic that we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to show up a little more elevated, a little more intentionally in the inbox. And Klaviyo was just really limiting on that front.
Got it. Got it. So were you designing emails in Figma before as well and then rebuilding them in Klaviyo, or you were just trying to use the drag and drop tool in Klaviyo?
Just trying to use the drag and drop tool in Klaviyo. Started doing some research on Figma. I had some experience in XD and in Figma a little bit. And I really just liked, for me, that was the workflow and the environment where I could be the most creative and get stuff done the quickest. And when I discovered the Email Love plugin, where I could just turn my email into an HTML ready copy and paste code, it changed everything. Now that we've had some time in the Email Love plugin and I have some templates, like I know this one is for a product feature, this one is for a testimonial, this one's for a tips and tricks email. That combined with like ChatGPT, we can go from idea of an email to copy written to email designed in 10 minutes versus what used to take us, 5 times that long before all of this. So
yeah, it's really
that's how it works.
Yeah, it's a time saving application at the end of the day, right? Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
And I know you're also doing some dynamic content. I know we were discussing this the other week. So you're even doing things like your cart abandons and your flows in Klaviyo that are pulling in products, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was also part of the reason why we wanted to go with Email Love, is because as we came in, our flows needed refreshing and we weren't optimizing our email flows the way that we should, with dynamic content and with relevant content for the receiver of the email. And that's been a game changer. It's helped us to rebuild our flows much faster than it would have if we didn't have a tool like Email Love. And we've been able to adjust and test things much quicker. It's so much nicer.
Got it. And are you using the API to connect to Klaviyo?
Yeah, through Shopify. Shopify and Klaviyo talk through the API.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you're going directly from Figma into Klaviyo?
Yeah, we have. Like I can
ways you can. I'm just wondering if are you copying and pasting the code, or are you?
I'm copying and pasting the code.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
I found
we do have an API integration, just so you know.
Well, that I should start using that.
Yeah.
Because I would just copy the code, go in, edit, and then just paste the code over top of what they have.
I mean, either way is pretty fast. So
yeah,
you're not losing too much time. But there's an API connection as well.
Well, and one thing that I think might be interesting for those that don't want to fully abandon the Klaviyo drag and drop, the fact that you can export segments into Klaviyo's drag and drop is really cool.
So you can just export like part of an email or part of code and put that into the drag and drop tool. So you could have a hybrid approach.
Yeah. And that's one way. I don't know how transparent you want me to be or if you're going to cut this up, but when we were trying to figure out how to do dynamic content,
mm-hmm.
and we were having that issue where it was pulling the code a little differently. One of the solutions that I wanted to have the aesthetic that I designed in Figma.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that I started exploring was, could I export just the aesthetic, just kind of the building blocks into Klaviyo's drag and drop from Figma through Email Love, and then just plug in Klaviyo's dynamic content block within that email.
Mm.
So we figured out a resolution through email love and through you were generous enough to jump on a call. I think we were on the call for like an hour troubleshooting stuff. And that's the other thing that has been game changing about email love is the people behind it.
Yeah,
we were able to
try to give the best support possible. So
yeah,
I'm happy to help whenever needed.
Absolutely. And we felt more than supportive. The fact that you're responsive in Slack, you're willing to jump on a call to help us troubleshoot things. Like, there is not a single thing that I've been like, man, email love is great, except it's just been all good. And if it's something that's like, I just don't understand, it's something that I haven't learned, but it's not something that email love hasn't already thought of.
Got it. Did you find there to be a learning curve? Did you find it hard? I mean, I think you picked it up relatively quickly, but I'd be interested in your perspective on that.
No, I thought that there wasn't much of a learning curve. I felt like the way that you walked me through the onboarding process and showed me how the tool works, it's really well thought out, really intuitive and easy to understand. And so once I was in there and had a couple days of designing some stuff and experimenting, like I feel extremely comfortable in the plugin.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Cade. Really appreciate your perspective and your thoughts on our plugin. And I hope to see you in Slack and continuing to use it in the future. So,
I could not recommend it more. It's been an absolute game changer for our workflow, for productivity, and it's elevated our brand because we've had the ability to show up the way we want in email. So thanks for building the tool that's changed the game for us.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Cade.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy.